you doing? All right. Would be any reps in the room or anything or no?
I am not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not by yourself, right? We're here. No, I always talk about music. We're in the big room today, Francis.
Wow.
The Oval Office. Here we go.
Yeah.
We have a ride. Higher ed. Right?
Yeah, exactly. The sickest, like, basement.
Nice to see people in Hartford.
There you go. So where did you come from, Jazz, that you got here so easy? East Hartford. Okay. That's good.
Irene, who's in the room besides yourself?
Jazz, myself, we got some lawyers here. Francis is here. Who else is here? Jay is zooming like 12 meetings. I think Senator Kelly will be coming.
I see Senator Kelly online.
Okay. And who else? Brian Lanu is around, but I think we need to keep votes open.
Yeah, I think till 2 o'clock.
Okay. Perfect. That will work. Meanwhile, making sure that our libraries back home are plowed out and new. Where are my plows?
Well, it's just 11:30. I think we'll wait just a couple minutes more. I'm mindful of that there are actually other meetings going on, and it's actually harder to monitor other meetings when we're on Zoom because they're on Zoom too. And so I'm not going to wait very long.
They just went around. They'll be back. It's kind of silly to sit here all by myself. Why don't you all join me at the table here?
CTN is showing a wide shot of the room. Irene,
It's pretty funny. I'm sitting here all by myself. Hello.
I know. It's as if I were to put my computer on the opposite side of the room and zoom in.
I could probably put my feet up and nobody would even know. It's what happens when storms hit Connecticut, when the snowmageddon come.
Right. So I see a couple more people. Are you guys, are you guys ready to go? Irene, Senator Kelly, I don't see his camera turned on yet, but I see Senator Slapp is online as well.
Yeah, I
Just wanna
don't know.
make sure.
He was here, he put his stuff down and he's coming back, so I don't know if he
Oh.
went coffee, but give it a minute.
No, I see Senator Kelly has just joined us online.
Okay.
All right, so I think, why don't we just get going? And so I'll call the meeting to order. Briefly, my remarks would just be, this is the sort of meeting you get when you have a snowstorm in Connecticut. On February 28th, the last day of February. So there we go. We'll hope for better in March. We have 5 bills on the agenda for consideration. This is the first meeting where we will be JFing bills. We have, I think, 2 or 3 or 4 opportunities more to JF bills coming out of this meeting. And of course, at the end of the meeting, we'll talk about just announce the agenda, the next public hearing, which is on Thursday. I look forward to a good conversation about the 5 bills that we have in front of us, and I'll ask if Senator Slapp has any additional comments that he'd like to make prior to starting a meeting.
No, I still have to dig out my driveway, so I'm ready to get going so we can get back to snow removal. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And do either of our ranking members have any comments that they'd like to make before we start the meeting? Representative Haynes? Okay. All right, then, so we'll move on to item number 3, bills to consider for possible JF or JFS. Item number 1 is House Bill 5233, an act requiring the Connecticut Higher Education Supplemental Loan Authority to establish an income-driven loan repayment option. The chair will entertain a motion to JF this item to the floor.
So moved.
Second.
The motion's been made by Senator Slapp and seconded by Representative Turco. Is there any discussion on this item? Seeing none, let's just proceed to sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Looking at this act, I still have great concern that this act is going to put students in debt for a longer period instead of getting them to pay off their loan. And going down below, creating a minimum payment that's not connected to at least paying off the interest and some of the principal, basically is just going to create a longer financial problem for these students. I have a great reservations about this act because I think in the long run, it's not in the financial interest of the students that it purports to help. And I'd like to go to a vote on this because again, I have serious reservations about this in terms of long-term financial interests of the students it purports to help. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Representative Cooley. I would just mention that all of the votes today will be taken by roll call because it's final action for our committee. And thank you for your comments on the bill. I mean, I think what a financial hardship is for students, I guess, is somewhat dependent on your perspective. I'm aware of the fact that students frequently take sort of lower paying jobs when they're first coming out of college rather than later on in their careers when they might be earning more. And so while I certainly understand your perspective on the issue, I think that it also allows for some flexibility in the repayment plan based on what we would ordinarily expect to see with the person's ability to meet those, to make those payments over time. Is there any further discussion on the bill? Seeing none, then the clerk will call a roll call on House Bill 5233 JF to the floor.
Representative Haddad,
Representative Haddad votes yes.
Senator Slapp,
Senator Slapp votes yes.
Representative Haynes,
Rep. Haynes votes yes.
Senator Kelly,
Senator Kelly votes yes.
Representative Rochelle,
Representative Rochelle votes yes.
Senator Mar. Representative Arceno,
Representative Arseno votes yes.
Representative Brown. Representative Case,
Representative Case votes no.
Representative Cooley,
Representative Cooley votes no.
Representative D'Amico, Representative Farrar,
Representative Farrar votes yes.
Senator Flexer,
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Representative Fortier,
Representative Fortier votes yes.
Representative Johnson,
Representative Johnson votes yes.
Representative Lanu, Senator Lopes, Senator Maroney, Representative Paris,
Representative Paris votes yes.
Representative Scott, Representative Turco,
Representative Turco votes yes.
Representative Weir. That's it.
Madam Clerk, to Senator Lopes, I vote yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
I was trying to say that, but I was on mute. So there we go. Votes will be held open until 2 p.m. today. Members can vote either by Zoom or in the Higher Education Committee area following the meeting. The next item on the agenda, item number 2, House Bill 6101. This is an act concerning tuition waivers for graduate degree programs at public institutions of higher education. The chair will entertain a motion to JF this item to the floor.
So moved.
So moved.
Seconded.
I have to admit, I missed who made the motion. I'm looking carefully, but
So
it was
moved.
It's
Haynes.
Representative Haynes makes the motion and it's seconded by
Representative Cooley.
Representative Cooley. Great. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Is there any discussion on this item? This is a bill that would clarify that graduate programs are covered by the existing list of tuition waivers that exist for undergraduates in the state of Connecticut at our public institutions. And so if there's no further discussion, then the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Haddad,
Representative Haddad votes yes.
Walk outside in shorts.
Senator Slapp,
Senator Slapp votes yes.
Representative Haynes,
Representative Haynes votes yes.
Senator Kelly,
Senator Kelly votes yes.
Representative Rochelle,
Representative Rochelle votes yes.
Senator Mar, Representative Arceno,
Representative Arseno votes yes.
Representative Brown,
Representative Brown votes yes.
Representative Case,
Representative Case votes yes.
Representative Cooley,
Representative Cooley votes yes.
Representative D'Amico, Representative Farrar,
Representative Farrar votes yes.
Senator Flexer,
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Representative Fortier,
Representative Fortier votes yes.
Representative Johnson,
Representative Johnson votes yes.
Representative Lanu, Senator Lopes,
Senator Lopes votes yes.
Senator Maroney, Representative Paris,
Representative Paris votes yes.
Representative Scott, Representative Turco,
Representative Turco votes yes.
Representative Weir. That's it.
Thank you. Again, that vote will be open until 2 o'clock. The next item on the agenda is item number 3, House Bill number 6563. an act increasing the age of eligibility for the post-secondary education funding program offered by the Department of Children and Families. The chair will entertain a motion to JF this to the floor.
So moved.
I'm sorry,
Second.
when you make the
Moved
motion.
by
it would be-
Senator Flexer.
Moved by
Sorry.
Senator Flexer. Thank you. That's very helpful. I appreciate that. And seconded by
Senator Slapp.
Senator Slapp. That motion has been made and seconded.
And
I see Representative Case's hand up, but if you would be willing, Representative Case, I'd like to recognize Senator Slapp first for the purposes of an amendment.
yeah, I would like to move that section 2, 6563 be deleted, which would, we believe, positively impact the fiscal note and in a way mitigate costs and still expand this important benefit to these folks for longer, in additional years. So I'd like to propose and move that amendment.
Great. So the amendment's been made by Senator Slapp, and is there a second?
Second by Representative Fortier.
Great, seconded by Representative Fortier. So now, the motion's been made and seconded on the amendment. Representative Case, did you want to speak to the amendment?
Sure. I mean, I have 3 meetings going on, so I'm sorry. In order to see the amendment, is the amendment online?
Again, the amendment is just to delete section 2 in its entirety. So what would remain is section 1. And as I understand it, what the original legislation did was it first expanded the benefit to DCF involved kids or young adults in this case, from the age of 21 to the age of 26. They would need to complete their education by the time they turn by the time they're 28. The section 2 would have extended case management services and guardianship by DCF to those same that expanded pool of students. So by deleting section 2, we extend the benefit without extending the close involvement with DCF or the case management required.
So we still have a pretty hefty fiscal note anyways because of the education.
Yeah. I mean, I think, for students that take advantage, who would not otherwise have taken advantage of the benefit by the time they turn 21, but who decide to take advantage of the benefit by the time they're 26, we essentially pay for their college education at the rate of, I think it's Central Connecticut State University's tuition and fees. And so, you would multiply that by whatever the number of people who partake in the benefit. I think one of the advantages of JFing this to the floor is that we'll get better information about, what sort of an estimate are we talking about? How many students, how many young adults who are involved in this pool might take advantage of it's a little bit of sort of indeterminate, but we would certainly be extended the benefit at that dollar amount for anybody that takes advantage of the program who would not otherwise have.
In my understanding, it's about 1,100 people right now that take advantage of it. And my concern is we need to put this money into DCF's budget. I don't think we have the money to do that. I would hope, as I said in our public hearing, that we could have done a scholarship or have made them more eligible for different scholarships throughout the state, because I honestly don't think we're going to be able to get this over the finish line with the dollars into DCF. So I don't want to give any false hope, so I can't support it today. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Representative Case. Are there any other comments on the amendment? I think we can have a voice vote on the amendment if people are amenable to doing that, and then we will have a roll call vote on the amended bill. And so I'll call for a voice vote on the amendment. All those in favor of the amendment, please say aye.
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 Are any opposed to the amendment? Okay, so that amendment passes. Right now, the motion in front of us is to JF the bill as amended. Is there any further discussion on the bill as amended? Seeing none, the clerk, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Representative Cooley here.
Thank you. It's very difficult to see you in the room, so I appreciate you being assertive. Representative Cooley.
I still have a bit of an issue going all the way to 28, but leaving that aside, would it be possible to hold off on JFing this bill until we get analysis of the finances now that we've taken out section 2? I just think it would probably make it more probable to get more support if we know what the numbers are, getting it to the floor, as opposed to waiting till then. I think we'll have a better bill if we know what the numbers are going in.
Yeah, I certainly understand your question. I mean, I think the best way for us to determine what the fiscal note will be on this item would be to send it to the floor and let the Office of Fiscal Analysis do their independent analysis. They don't typically do that on legislation prior to emerging from its original committee and prior to going to the floor. Once it gets a fiscal note, and I'm sure it will, I agree with Representative Case that it will have a fiscal note. It will have to then be referred to the Appropriations Committee. And there, the Appropriations Committee will look about at the question in particular that I think is on Representative Case's mind, which is, do we have the resources to provide that benefit, and is it in the budget? So my inclination would be to move forward with the vote today and have a vote to send this to the floor so that we would have a formal fiscal note done for this bill.
That I would hope. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would hope that also if we could get looking at the physical note, if it's just extended to 26, so we have the 24 to 26, just so we have a second option. So that's what I would hope. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would note that you would say that, well, I understand your concern, right? So I think that once OFA does some additional analysis on the bill, we might be able to discern a little bit more about how to answer your question as well. Are there any additional points of discussion on this item? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Haddad,
Representative Haddad votes yes.
Senator Slapp,
Senator Slapp votes yes.
Representative Haynes,
Rep. Haynes votes yes.
Senator Kelly,
Senator Kelly votes yes.
Representative Rochelle,
Rep. Rochelle votes yes.
Senator Marr, Representative Arseno,
Representative Arseno votes yes.
Representative Brown,
Representative Brown votes yes.
Representative Case,
Representative Case votes no.
Representative Cooley,
Representative Cooley votes yes.
Representative D'Amico, Representative Farrar,
Representative Farrar votes yes.
Senator Flexer,
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Representative Fortier,
Representative Fortier votes yes.
Representative Johnson,
Representative Johnson votes yes.
Representative Lanu, Senator Lopes,
Senator Lopes votes yes.
Senator Maroney, Representative Paris, Representative Scott,
My apologies, Rep. Paris votes yes. I think it went too quick.
Representative Scott, Representative Turco,
Representative Turco votes yes.
Representative Weir. That's it.
Thank you. Votes will be held until 2 o'clock. I'm going to take these next two items out of order. I'm going to call item number 5 first, if that's okay. Senate Bill number 922, an act prohibiting the institution of higher education from withholding transcripts. The chair will entertain a motion to JF this item to the floor.
Senator Slapp, so moved.
Moved by Senator
Senator
Slapp and
Flexer seconds.
by Senator Flexer. Is there any discussion of this item?
Senator, I'm trying to find, or Representative, I'm trying to find my hands up button on my phone, but I can't. I have a question.
Okay. Go ahead, Representative Case.
Real quick, so when we talk about this, when you have a student loan or you have a scholarship, that money is already paid to the institution. This is other monies outside of that that's owed to the institutions via maybe a meal plan that wasn't paid, maybe some fines that weren't paid, maybe damage to a dorm room that wasn't paid. Am I correct in that? Because when they do a loan or a scholarship, those are paid for by a third party, so the institution already has those dollars.
Senator Slapp, did you want to answer that question?
Yes, Representative Case, actually just in this past October, the Consumer Protection Agency ruled that colleges and universities can't withhold transcripts because of delinquent student loans paid, directly to from the institution of higher education to the student. So the loans are already now not a reason that the schools can withhold transcripts. So it's fees that that students incur. And I would say that, we did not hear in the public hearing any testimony, I believe, against this, and the schools and universities and, and students are all in support of this language.
Thank you, Senator Slapp. Did you have any further questions or comments, Representative Case?
So we're correct in saying that this does not impact student loans or scholarships. It's fees and other things that the student incurred while in the university or the school.
That's the practicality. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Out of pocket expenses for the student, right? Are there any additional questions or comments?
I have one, Representative Cooley here.
Yes, sure. Representative Cooley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I do, if recalling back to the public testimony that the representative for independent colleges had some questions on this. Essentially it's students don't pay back these debts. That's going to go to collections sooner, hit their credit ratings. It's almost like looking for a solution for a problem that doesn't really exist, and the costs that these students are supposed to pay are costs that they incurred, and it's not in terms of the loans or the tuition. For the most part, it's other things. I have reservations about this because it kind of is going to end up putting those costs, if they're not able to be collected, onto the other students. It just doesn't, the money just doesn't disappear. So in some ways, this is a backhanded way of spreading out one set of students' costs to other students by taking away the one major method that colleges have to get the students to pay for, lost library books, damages, et cetera. So I do have concerns about this bill. Thank you.
Thanks for your comment. Senator Slapp, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, I would just add, I would actually argue the exact opposite, that the best thing that we can do to make it most likely that graduates would be able to pay back what they owe to these schools is for them to be able to get a job. If they can't get a job without a transcript, there's no chance they're going to pay these schools back. So if we want the schools to be made whole and not have that loss spread out to other students, then this bill is a very positive step forward, one that many other states have been doing. I mean, we're not actually leading the way on this. We're not quite at the caboose, but we're kind of in the middle of the pack, because I think more and more states and schools, and we've crafted this, as I said, in partnership with them, realize that withholding transcripts is really penny wise, pound foolish. So, this is if we want to help students and the schools, I think this is a real good step forward. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator Slapp. Are there any additional questions or comments? Seeing none, the clerk will call a roll on ZFN Senate Bill 922 to the floor.
Before I start, just make sure you turn on your camera if you're voting on Zoom. Thank you. So Representative Haddad,
Representative Haddad votes yes.
Senator Slapp,
Senator Slapp votes yes.
Representative Haynes,
Rep. Haynes votes yes.
Senator Kelly, Representative Rochelle,
Representative Rochelle votes yes.
Senator Mar, Representative Arceno,
Representative Arseno votes yes.
Representative Brown,
Representative Brown votes yes.
Representative Brown, are you able to turn on your camera by chance?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yep, thank you.
Would you like me to vote again?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Representative Brown votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Case,
Representative Case votes no.
Representative Cooley,
Representative Cooley votes no.
Representative D'Amico,
Representative D'Amico votes yes.
Representative Farrar,
Representative Farrar votes yes.
Senator Flexer,
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Representative Fortier,
Representative Fortier votes yes.
Representative Johnson,
Representative Johnson votes yes.
Representative Lanu, Senator Lopes,
Senator Lopes votes yes.
Senator Maroney, Representative Paris,
Representative Paris votes yes.
Representative Scott, Representative Turco,
Representative Turco votes yes.
Representative Weir. That's it.
Can you call Senator
Can
Kelly?
you call? Yeah,
Oh,
Senator Kelly.
Senator Kelly,
Chairman, Senator Kelly votes yes.
thank you.
Great. I would note that Senator Kelly is wearing his Yukon cap, which is always a good move in my book. Item number 4, House Bill number 6566, an act concerning reporting for the debt-free community college program. This is a bill that would, extend by a month or 2 in the fall the reporting deadline for the system office to report data regarding the debt-free community college program. It will ensure that we receive more accurate information about enrollment and disbursement of those funds in the fall.
Rep. Case, move.
The chair will ask for Representative Case move to JFS to the floor. Is there a second?
Second, Representative Cooley.
Seconded by Representative Cooley. Is there any discussion on this agenda item? Seeing none, the clerk can call the roll.
Representative Haddad,
Representative Haddad votes yes.
Senator Slapp,
Senator Slapp votes yes.
Representative Haynes,
Rep. Haynes votes yes.
Senator Kelly,
Senator Kelly votes yes.
Representative Rochelle,
Representative Rochelle votes yes.
Senator Mar, Representative Arceno,
Representative Arseno votes yes.
Representative Brown,
Representative Brown votes yes.
Representative Case,
Representative Case votes yes.
Representative Cooley,
Representative Cooley votes yes.
Representative D'Amico,
Representative D'Amico votes yes.
Representative Farrar,
Bless you, Hector. Representative Farrar votes yes.
Senator Flexer,
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Representative Fortier,
Representative Fortier votes yes.
Representative Johnson,
Representative Johnson votes yes.
Representative Lanu, Senator Lopes,
Senator Lopes votes yes.
Senator Maroney, Representative Paris,
Paris votes yes.
Representative Scott, Representative Turco,
Representative Turco votes yes.
Representative Weir.
Representative Weir, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes the business. I saw Representative Arzeno. I saw your hand up for a moment. I apologize. We're in the middle of making a motion. Did you have a question or a comment?
My question was that I thought that I had missed, I have to step up for a minute. I missed 6566, but you left it for the end. So I didn't miss it.
Very good. So the good news is, yeah, so we're at the end of the agenda. The next item, item number 4, announcement of time and date of our next meeting, which will be a public hearing, will be held on March 2nd. That's this Thursday from 11:30 a.m. In room 1E. There are 16 bills on that agenda. I feel quite certain that we will have more public participants than we did at our last public hearing, and so expect a full day on Thursday. And then we have a couple meetings tentatively set up for next Tuesday and Thursday. Members should expect that we will be JFing bills next Tuesday and next Thursday. I will not take a motion to adjourn because we're going to recess the meeting and we will hold votes open until 2 p.m. Again, members can vote either online with the clerk or they can visit the Higher Education Committee Suite, room 1800 of the LOB, and cast your votes there if you missed any of the votes that were taken today. And with that, I will say that we're in recess. Enjoy the rest of your day if you're not shoveling, or even if you are, enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey, Jazz, can I be first?
Yes, I was actually gonna ask if you could stay behind.
Here I am.
Sorry, I put the agenda in front of me just so I'm reading
Sorry.
the ones you gotta vote for.
I think
So the first one I need you to vote for is HB 5233, an act requiring the Connecticut Higher Education Supplemental Loan Authority to establish an income-driven loan repayment option.
Yeah, I will vote yes.
The next one is HB 6101, an act concerning tuition waivers for graduate degree programs at public institutions of higher education.
I will vote yes. D'Amico votes yes.
Thank you. Next one is an act increasing HB 6563, an act increasing the age eligibility for a post-secondary education funding program offered by the Department of Children and Families.
And that was a JFS, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
that one has an amendment which we passed with a voice vote. So this was to send to the floor, the vote.
Okay. D'Amico votes yes.
Yes. Okay. And then the last one you were here for. So you're all set.
The other two, yes. Okay, I'm all set.
Yep, you're all set. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hello, Senator Maroney. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Sorry, let me just get these in order real quick.
Great, thank you.
So first one is HB 5233. Do you want me to read it?
Just for that one, I'm going to pull up the agenda. I know we discussed them all in caucus last night, but
Yep, so it's an act requiring the Connecticut Higher Education Supplemental Loan Authority to establish an income-driven loan repayment option.
okay, I vote yes.
Awesome. The next one is HB 6101, an act concerning tuition waivers for graduate degree programs at public institutions of higher education.
I vote yes.
The next one is 6563. We had a amendment that which passed with a voice vote. And so we had a roll call vote to send it to the floor. It's an act increasing the age eligibility for the post-secondary education funding program offered by the Department of Children and Families.
And then what was the amendment? What did the amendment change the age to? I know in the bill, it was 26, completing by 28, but
Yeah, so the amendment will delete section 2 of
Okay.
the, yeah. And so that
So
passed.
that was the services through the age. Okay, yeah, I vote yes.
Okay. Then we voted on HB 6566 and not concerning reporting for Debt-Free Community College Program.
Yeah, I vote yes.
And then SB 922 and not prohibiting an institution of higher education from withholding transcripts.
Okay, I also vote yes.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You as well.
Goodbye.
Excuse me, I'm gonna come over and vote right now.
How much is an unpaid back fee? Probably not. And again, I don't know how many unpaid things. Hello, we're caucusing. Whose person is it?
Mine.
Yours.
Oh. So there weren't gonna be a lot of people. I could care less what you're saying.
Well, let's talk about those Yankees.
Red Sox.
Red Sox, I'm a Red Sox. I am. Huh?
This played well in the working class district, got off my ass and worked today and I was essentially zooming.
There you go.
Where's my guy?
No, you're gonna share the pictures with all of us, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we have to, because we have to show everybody that we're here at work, even during the snowmageddon.
Like the,
And Jazz is with us.
it's like
Jazz is here too.
the rain.
Even though he came from 5 minutes away. I won't tell anybody.
Now we have one. The whole state freaks out.
Yeah, right?
So
I just wanna know if you all have milk.
and
Milk is good.
basically, no eggs this year. Case and I,
No eggs. I got eggs.
Case and I, we didn't have a priority. Well, I've been voting no all morning, so
There you go.
in labor and then heading
What
out.
else you got?
But Irene, I will have. I gotta touch base with you because one of them was your bill on the dispatchers. So I'm on with it.
Oh,
Just had a committee, but I was the bad guy, the one bad guy.
oh, you, the only vote that voted no against
Yeah,
that one?
yeah, because I want to know more, former
Yeah.
police officer. And I probably, I don't, yeah, I could probably.
It's classifying the 911 people as first responders.
My question on that, what's it gonna cost? That reclassification, is there gonna be a cost to the municipalities in terms of their labor contracts?
I don't know about
That's the-
municipality, they were worried
No,
about workers'
because
comp.
generally the dispatchers don't work for the municipalities, they work for private services,
Okay,
Oh,
right? So they work for like Valley Shore, they work for
I wasn't even thinking of that. 'cause
Zone 1, it doesn't have anything to do with that. However,
Glastonbury,
still
work
need,
The town, you know. in
because
some
they have
town.
their own.
Oh,
Yeah, so some towns have chosen that,
Yeah.
we don't, we're too
So
small of a
my-
town to have our own dispatch.
my only question is, how is it gonna impact their budgets?
Oh, you're on a voice versus then writing.
Yeah. So the first one was HB 5233 and not requiring the Connecticut Higher Education Supplemental Loan Authority. No problem, to establish an income-driven loan repayment option.
Weird votes no.
Okay.
You got yours, right?
The next one is HB 6101 and not concerning tuition waivers for graduate degree programs at public institutions of
you.
higher education.
Representative Weir is yes.
Next one is HB 6563, an act of increasing the age eligibility for post-secondary education funding program offered by the Department of Children and Families.
Representative Weir is no.
And then last one is SB 922, an act prohibiting an institution of higher education from withholding transcripts.
Representative Weirs, no.
Thank you. And they switched the order. Yeah. So I thought you.
Very good.
And if you, I'm gonna call them as well, but, no, if you let them know. I'll be there. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day and drive safe later.
I know, me too.
Hello, Representative Scott. You're on mute. Oh, sorry.
Right? Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Mm-mm. Oh, wait, okay,
No,
you're
we're
good.
good. Okay.
My volume was down, so I feel like.
It's too low. Yeah, it's too
I
low. That's right.
apologize.
right.
Okay, so,
Yeah, so HB 5233, I'm a yes.
Yep.
HB 6101, I'm a yes.
mhm,
HB 6563, I'm a no.
okay,
And then HB 6566, I'm a yes.
yep,
And then SB 922, I'm a no.
okay. Got you down. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good.
Do I need to vote?
Yep. Let me bring my laptop with it. How are you doing? You're doing good.
It looks like right though. You got here slowly but surely.
That's great.
How about yourself?
Doing good. Okay, so the first item was, sorry, let me just go in. So there's 5, correct?
5233.
Yep.
Yes.
The next one is,
6101.
yep,
Yes.
and the next one,
6563.
6563. That one did also have an amendment that was a voice vote that passed. They deleted section 2. Just so they're aware of. And then for stay up to the floor, how do you vote?
No.
Okay. And then the next one,
6566.
562. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then the last one is FB 9. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, got you now.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
You as well.
Be well. Take care. Bye.
Take care.
somebody who has been.
Hi, Jazz.
If that makes any sense. So here's-
Sorry, wait a sec. I have you on mute. Sorry. There you go. Hi. Let me just mute this other thing. I've got 3 screens going at one time.
I completely understand. So I'll make this quick just so you can go back to what you need to do. Okay, so HB 5233, an act requiring the Connecticut Higher Education Supplemental Loan Authority to establish an income-driven loan repayment option.
Yes, I vote. Senator Mar votes yes.
The next one was HB 6101, an act concerning tuition waivers for graduate degree programs at institutions of higher education.
Senator Mar votes yes.
Next one is HB 6563, an act increasing the age eligibility for the post-secondary education funding program offered by the Department of Children and Families.
Senator Mar votes yes.
I did want to add that there was a vote to an amendment. It was to delete section 2, but that one was a voice vote and it passed.
Okay, thank you very much, Jess.
The next one is HB 6566, and that concerning reporting for debt-free community college program.
Senator Mar votes yes.
And then the last one is SB 922, an act prohibiting an institution of higher education from withholding transcripts.
Senator Mar votes yes.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, Jess. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What's up, Jazz?
Everything's going well. Okay, so the vote I still need is HB 5233, an act requiring the Connecticut Higher Education Supplemental Loan Authority to establish an income-driven loan repayment option.
Yep. So Representative Brown votes yes.
Awesome, thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem, Jazz. Thanks for
Okay.
calling me too to remind me.
Of course. Have a good day.
All right. You too. Bye.